Have you ever had a moment where you started like tons of projects but just couldn't finish them? I had. I started and started and started, but I was just dropping them after a few months because I didn't have any motivation, because I found another awesome idea, and because I just couldn't force myself to do it anymore. And with time and lots of books, I found methods to finish my hobby project without needing to force myself to do it. Let's take a look at what might be the problem and how you may solve it. It doesn't have to be perfect. First common issue with not finishing the project is perfectionism. You started and you had your motivation, but after that you realize that you have to prepare more to do it. How can you solve it? Change the mindset. Any project you are working on does not have to be ideal. As they say, better done than perfect. Drop the idea that you have to add one more thing or adjust something more. It might not be the best piece of art, video, programming project, book, essay, business idea you have, but it's good enough. Good enough is a standard that is really better than ideal. It has rough editing. Is it good enough? It does not have the ideal color palette, but is it good enough? If the answer is yes, just tell yourself, good job, and don't overthink it. Consider iterational project of doing something. Sooner you publish your video, sooner you will get the feedback. When you get the feedback, you can make your current project better. Finished project is always better than unfinished one because it will see the light and you will learn something from it. So I want you to say something to yourself. This is good enough. I did what I could, and it's really good enough. You forgot why you're doing this. Another reason why you might be stuck is because you no longer remember why you started doing your project. It was clear at first, you had your dopamine, but then level of the hormone dropped, and you were left alone with the unfinished project. Good way to get rid of this is to remind yourself why in the first place you started doing this project. Write it down. Place it in a monitor or fridge. Remind yourself every now and then why you wanted to do this. You got distracted. Not so obvious reason why you can't finish your project is because you keep getting distracted. You sat down before a project and you had the urge to check your emails, to answer your friends, to analyze your budget, to do anything else. And you forgot that you wanted to do a project. You were out of the energy, or you just felt like you couldn't do it at the moment. You should understand that your attention and energy are limited. You cannot do all the small things not related to your project and then get it done just because you have your discipline. Discipline is also limited. So you can try to book a time slot with yourself and reserve 1 hour for your project and your project only. Turn off notifications. Tell your friends and family that you are unreachable for the next 60 minutes and just do the thing. You don't have a scope. The last reason holding you back might be the lack of well-defined scope and plan. If you don't know what you are going to do at the exact moment, you will probably fail. You have to set a plan and try to stick with it. Define the finished result you want to achieve, and then move toward it. It does not have to be a really detailed plan, but something like a roadmap, list of features, list of chapters, and headers are must-have. So, how to overcome lack of ability to finish the project? Define the scope of your project. What do you want to achieve? Make a good enough thinking your credo. Your work does not have to be perfect, just good enough. Remember that your discipline is limited. Try to cut off all notifications. Remind yourself every now and then why you are doing this project. I hope you found this video useful. If that's so, please give it a like so YouTube will understand it's really worth watching. Take care. Ciao!